Hi, my name is Yuxin. I'm currently studying psychology at the University of New England in Australia. Today, I would like to talk a little bit about a method that is commonly used to help people to overcome phobia, which is called Vivo Desensitization. I would also like to share with you about my own experience to use this method to overcome cockroach phobia. So phobia is actually a type of fear where the anxiety and escape level is so high that it disturbs a normal life. And there are actually several types of phobias. The common ones include acrophobia, which is the fear of height, social phobia, which is the fear of going out and meet people and to talk to people, and many people also have animal phobia. For example, some may be afraid of dogs, and some are afraid of spiders. And in my case, I was very, very scared of cockroaches. So, when people with phobia are exposed to the fear stimulating scenarios, they experience high level of physical arousal, fear arousal, including racing heart, heavy breathing, and sweat, and etc. And because the physical sensation is so uncomfortable, people tend to escape the situation or avoid the situation altogether, which can have a huge impact on their normal life. One method that is usually used to help people to overcome their phobia is called Vivo Desensitization. This method is also called gradual exposure therapy. You can use this method on yourself, or you can use this method to help the others. The general idea is to expose the person to the fear stimulating scenarios, starting from a lower fear stimulating level and gradually go up the levels. In this way, the person can gradually build up a tolerance for the fear stimulant in a controlled manner. To implement this method, firstly, you need to set up a goal. Your goal needs to be specific. It can't be too simple and too broad. For example, to reduce the fear in general. And also, the goal doesn't necessarily need to be eliminating the fear completely. So, for example, in my case, my goal is to allow myself to remove a free running cockroach from a room using a container. So, after the project, although I'm still a bit scared of the cockroaches, but in general, I feel confident to keep everything under control if I encounter one when I'm home alone. So after you set up the goal, you need to develop a fear hierarchy. You need to list at least 10 various fear producing situations and let the person to score each situation depending on how distressing the situation is to them. So the scale of the score is from 0 to 100, where 0 means the situation is not distressing at all, and 100 means the situation can induce a very high level of anxiety. After the scoring, you need to reorder the items from low to high scores, and that is your hierarchy. Your project goal will probably on the higher end of the hierarchy. So in my case, a few of the items at the lower end of my fear hierarchy include, for example, watching videos of cockroaches, sitting in front of a dead cockroach, or holding a container with a dead cockroach in it. And a couple of items on the higher end of my fear hierarchy includes putting a huge storage container over a free-running cockroach in a room, and then slowly reduce the size of this container until I managed to remove a free-running cockroach from a room with a food container. After developing the fear hierarchy, now the person needs to be exposed to these situations in a hierarchy from the bottom to the top. The person needs to spend at least 7 minutes in each level and only proceed to the next level when he feels relatively comfortable with the current level. During each trial, there are a few other behavioral modification methods that can help facilitate along the way. These methods include modeling, self-instructions and praises, mindful breathing, and reinforcement. When the person is exposed in the fear-stimulating situation, you can help the person by modeling in each situation, showing that the task is safe. You can ask someone to model for you if you are working on yourself. During the trial, you can talk gently, giving instructions and praises when the person is performing approaching behaviors. And if you're doing this project alone, on yourself, you can perform self-instructions and praises. For example, when my task was to pick up a dead cockroach, I talked to myself, the cockroach is dead. Try touching it first. And after I did it, I praised myself. Good job. You touched it and it didn't move. These statements can help distract the person from the anxiety-provoking thoughts and provide a space for rational thinking. And for the same reasons, I find it was very helpful to practice mindful breathing during the trial. And finally, set up a reward for completing each trial. The reward should be something that the person really wants but doesn't get very easily. And in my case, I received a short massage from my partner after I complete each trial. And that's all that I want to share with you about Vivo Desensitization today. And I hope you enjoy the video and good luck with your project.